Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Are you ready to play? I've got my watercolors out. I got my Faber-Castell gelatos. These are the watercolor crayons, and of course you have gelatos. And I have taken my little dot stencil. Any pattern stencil will work, but I love dots. I've laid it down, and the reason that I have used, put the wet side down, and the reason I have used gelatos along with the watercolor crayons is that you get different types of texture. With the gelatos, you can see how it builds up around the edge of my stencil. That gives me a little raised edge once they're dried and they're set. And I take my finger and I've just wet it, and all I'm doing is just running through. Same thing that it broke. Cute, huh? I use them too much. I love them. Anyway, took my crayons, same thing, little circles inside, random, not much thought to it, just plain. Wet my finger, same process as my gelatos. You just get a little different thickness and translucency, is that a word? Okay, so you can see over here I've already done some of the molding paste. I love this stuff. This is my favorite technique for getting texture. I don't know, I have a lot of friends out there, we all use the molding paste. I take my little spatula, dip a little bit into it, just lay this down wherever you want it to be. You got your only little, like a little thing of whipped cream, I guess is what it looks like. And then I'm just going to try, and I say try because I don't do random really well. I do fixed lines really well. Okay, I'm pretty much dry. I'm going to go on to the next step, which is taking the Deco Arts paint pots. We got these last month in October's kit. I'm going to pop open that black. And I'm going to take the stipple brush that we also got with the Gelatos kit and the Mixed Media kit. And I'm just going to put a little bit. I use the top of my pot just to get any excess off. I usually start not around the edge of the stencil, because if it's thick paint, then I want to spread it out towards the edge of the stencil. So anyway, I'm going to use my paint and I'm going to go stencil these butterflies in. Okay, you can see that I got all of the black butterflies stenciled in with the paint. And now I'm going to come back with my crayons. And if you picked up on the fact that my green crayon has been stripped of its paper, it's because I like to take my big water brush, my big foam brush I should say, and I just stroke it like this so I can get some nice paint on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly cover the entire page, and that is going to tone down a little bit of the background. I'm just working on some controlled drips, I guess we can call it that. I'm using the same colors, this time the watercolors, and I'm just making a very juicy, wet concoction here, I guess you could call it. And I think that the key to making them look like drips, but yet controlling where they go, is making them juicy and loose. Okay, so now I'm going to take this same gelato and I'm going to start creating a border. I'm just going to go around the edge of my paper, and then I'm going to take a water brush and just blend that in. Just let that dry. The butterflies are done. If you do not like any edges that might be rough, you can always take a pen and go around and smooth out. You know, never be afraid to do things like that. Okay. I happen to like it just like it is, so I'm going to leave it be. I'm going to use my Montana acrylic water-based paint marker. And I'm going to use my title today, which is Life is Art, Paint Your Dreams, Sing Your Songs, Enjoy the Dance. And, you know, let's not get so worried about everything being so straight and so perfect. Life is art. Life is not perfect. So I want my Life is Art to go across top, and I'm going to use my big thick paint marker for that part. This helps you get a little interest with your writing. Okay, so I'm going to write this in cursive, and it's going to be big. So life is it needs to be shaken up there a little bit. Art. Okay. Now, I always come back through later on and fill in spots and clean up my writing. All this is doing right now is just getting everything down where I want it to be. So I have my Life is Art. Now, this is the 1.0 or 10, I don't know what it's really called, to be honest with you, marker that comes in the Secura pen set. It's waterproof, just like that paint marker. So if you wanted to do anything extra on top of it, which we're going to do just a little bit, you don't have to worry about it bleeding. Now, paint your dreams, sing your songs, enjoy the dance. That I'm going to offset, okay? So first we're going to start with paint your dreams. So, paint your dreams. The next line is sing your songs. And then the last line is enjoy the dance. And this, I think, enjoy the dance. Yeah, we might just go straight down with that. And we'll emphasize your writing a little bit differently. So you notice I've got cursive along the top line. The second and the middle lines here are more just regular print. I do have a tendency to make my N's that way, my A's this way. It gives me a little interest. Just like the Y's going straight across anything down here. See, I can always come back later and emphasize if I don't, because sometimes I forget to do these things. That makes your writing more interesting. And now what I'm going to do is call it elongating your letters. Okay, let's get that over so you can see maybe a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so enjoy the dance. Enjoy will be first. And what we're going to do is elongate. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm making my letters nice and fat and wide. Another thing about the T's I like to do is going up to the top. So if you cross over at the top, it makes it look longer, it makes it look a little different. And then the, again, we're elongating the words, okay, and then dance. D-A-N-C-E. Same amount of letters as enjoy, so I know to make my spacing about the same. So, D-A-N-C-E. Okay, so now I'm going to come back and I'm going to tighten that up a little bit and hopefully that'll make that better. And another thing I like to do too is along my borders, I like to give it a little emphasis. My pink pen is probably going dry because I use it so much. But yeah, I'm just going to border that and go around the edges. So you'll see what it looks like when it's all finished. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, wait a minute. I want to do one more technique. I want to... There we go. There's my paint. I got to add some little bit of white. Forgot about that. I'm going to use my Maya Mist. Okay. And if I squirt this way, I know I'm going to get a big blob. Makes me nervous. I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to just tap my brush first. That gets rid of some of the excess paint that's on that, whatever you call that little tube that goes up in there. Now this takes a leap of faith, but I'm going to take this and I'm just going to first lightly, because I don't want to get too big a sploosh. Got two hands here. But you can see that by doing that, there we go. I love it, love it, love it. It just puts out a little bit of paint, just enough. And I'll tell you one thing I learned this from. Because everybody always asks me, how did you figure that out? Have you ever taken your spray bottles, you go to spray and it's clogged, you have to go clean it out, you know you're going to, and hot water will clean them out, so you don't have to worry about it. But you take it out, look at all that ink that was in there that you would have washed away, okay, when you're cleaning out your tip. So one day I was messing around, had to clean out a tip, and I did this, and I really, honestly, I'll tell you the truth, when I did it, I sprayed it this way thinking it was still going to come out this way, and it came out this way. So I made a big mess behind me and not where I wanted it. But now I've learned. It's just a leap of faith. It's not going to come out on that end. It is going to come out. Ooh, that was a good splatter. It's going to come out through this little tube. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun to make. Fun to get messy. Fun to get inky. Can't wait to see what you guys make with it. Okay, load them up onto Facebook. Show me. Let me know you're playing along with me. Talk to you later. See you next Sunday. Bye.